Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I am going to tell you about one of the LSSC recruiters that reached out to me but ended up blocking me because of this. Now I will share the entire chat with you, but as you can see on my screen, I have a few comments that I would like to highlight for some of you that are still doubting our research. Now, few months back, we did a research on Tofro, and we told you all it's a scam. And now someone says, I watched your video in March, I didn't listen. This guy left with my 22,000 euros, right? Look at it, 22,000 euros. Now, another person says, thanks for this video because I was going to invest in this Ponzi scheme this week. And that's our investigation on you trading AI scam. Now, and another comment on our Saskatchewan warning against LSSC, and this person says, bro, chill out, I have been in the company for 2 weeks and I've made 3.9 already. Okay, no problem. Now we're going to go over my chart between myself and one of the LSSC recruiters that tried to recruit me into LSSC, and after the chat you will see for yourself why LSSC is nothing but a Ponzi scam. Now in this chat I highlighted the fact that Danny, the general manager of LSSC, lied about the LSSC's US Securities Exchange Commission registration and the 5 different regulatory bodies in Canada that have issued warning against LSSC, and I shared everything in this chat with the so-called LSSC recruiter. He ended up blocking me and deleting his account, right? So but before the account was deleted, I already recorded, so his name is not here. You can see it says deleted account, but I recorded the entire thing with his name included in it, so he can't deny. Now look at it, Hildegard Franco, that's the person who chatted me, Hildegard Franco, right? And you can see it's the same chat. This is the recording, but this is the actual message you see on screen. July 11th, today, you see that, and he sends me, I don't know this person at all. You can see this so if you look at this, you see the contact. I don't have it, nothing. Look at it, you see. So Hildegard Franco, not a contact, right? Phone number United States, registration June 2025, and not an official contact. Then it says user updated name 9 days ago, July 11, right? So this is it. Now the first message this guy sends me is a flyer. This is a typical Ponzi scheme design flyer, right? And don't ask me how I know, we have experience in these things. LSSC Inc. registration link, and he sends me this link, right? lsscinc1.com, and his own referral link. And of course there is a short message here that says welcome to join Lightning Shared Scooter Company Limited referral reward program, share your earnings with friends, blah 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 blah. And then I respond with, is LSSC registered with the US SEC? And he says yes. Can you see? He says yes. And then I say, what if I showed you undeniable proof from the US SEC that LSSC is not registered with the US SEC? And he said, you can provide it to me and I will upload it to our leadership review. Now watch this. Do you want to join our project promotion? I'm telling you that something is, they're not registered with the US SEC, and your next question is, do I want to join promotion? Now I said I will provide the proof and ask you the same question again, and I want you to give your honest response. And I gave him a screenshot of the entire email which I've shown on this platform from the US SEC that states that LSSC is not registered with the US SEC. And then he asks, who are you and where are you from? Why are you asking me questions? Can you imagine? Now the next thing I say is, please read the response from SEC and tell me if you still maintain that LSSC is registered with the US SEC. And To his question of who are you, I reply, you sent me a message first, so you don't know who you are sending a message. LSSC doesn't entertain questions from investors. I'm asking, right? And these are the questions you all should be asking as well. And I said, based on the official email from the US SEC, do you still think LSSC is registered with the US SEC? He said, hello, your question is beyond the scope of my job. Can you imagine? I am responsible for recruiting partners for promotion projects. If you have any questions, I will convey them to the leader and give you a reply. And then he says, is this important to you, sir? I said, based on the email you have just read, do you still think that LSSC is registered with the US SEC? Because initially you said yes. Now I said, you said yes. Now that you have read this official email from SEC, do you still think LSSC is registered with the US SEC? We will register. Now this is what he says. We will register in the US, in the United States, and list in the United States in the future. The future is promising. You have not answered my question, Mr. Man. Now he says, you don't need to worry about our strength. If you are a promoter, we can try to cooperate. Now this is the typical terminology that all these Ponzi schemes use. Cooperate. What do you mean cooperate? Now I said, yes or no, are you registered with the US SEC? And he finally admits, and he says no, based on the email I've shared, right? So he says no, and again, the email is right here on the screen. You can read and answer the question for yourself. But there is a video of Danny, the general manager of LSSC, claiming that LSSC is registered with the US SEC. We'll get back to that. I say, thank you for your honesty, but I'm curious, why did you say yes initially? You say, I didn't understand the question you asked me at first, but after I read your message carefully, I understood. Are you the US SEC? You see, they're scared. All right, do you know there's a video of Danny, the general manager of LSSC, lying that LSSC is registered with the US SEC? And of course he says, hello, I don't know because I am an agent. I am responsible for project promotion. There are many questions I can't know about it. Please understand. Would you like to join our project? Then I respond, no problem. I understand that you may not know, but now that you know that LSSC is not registered with the US SEC and that Danny lied about it on camera, do you still trust LSSC as a legitimate business? And to my greatest surprise, he says, yes, of course. I believe it's a legitimate program because I've been working here for 6 months and I have good returns. So the thing is, a lot of these recruiters, promoters, supporters, they equate payments as proof of legitimacy. And one thing you need to understand, if you have been following us, you would understand that Ponzi schemes are actually designed to pay early investors. And I always say this, it's robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Now, and I say, all right, what if I showed you proof that it's not legitimate? You say, how can you prove it? Please suggest. I say, do you know that several regulatory authorities in Canada have issued warning against LSSC? You say, if you are unable to cooperate with us, please do not waste my time. Of course, if you have any question, you can leave me a message and I will reply to you when I have time. Sorry. At least 5 regulatory authorities as at today, right? As at today, 11th of July 2025, at least 5 regulatory authorities have issued warning against LSSC. Would you like me to share it with you? Say, are you familiar with LSSC projects? I am happy if you share it with me. All right, I will share the warnings against LSSC from 5 regulatory authorities. Okay, and I shared it with him. The first I shared is that from Saskatchewan, and I sent him a video of LSSC busted in Saskatchewan. The warning is right there on the video and the link. And then I sent him the next one. So that's one. I told you 5 different regulatory bodies have warned against LSSC. And the next one is British Columbia. I sent him the video as well. The next one, that's 2. The next one is Alberta. I sent him the video as well. That's 3. The next one is New Brunswick. I sent him the video as well. That's 4. And then the fifth warning that I sent to him is the one from Autorité des Marchés Financiers, right? And and this, I think this means Finance Market Authority, right? I don't speak French, so pardon my French. Now I said, do you honestly still believe that LSS is legitimate business? Yes or no? Now what happened is I screenshotted the one from Finance Market Authority, right? And I'm saying that in English. It's in French actually. Autorité des Marchés, is it the marché? Yeah, Autorité des Marchés Financiers. I think that is how it's pronounced, but feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm not saying it correctly. And this is a screenshot from that. And now tell me, do you honestly still trust LSSC? Yes or no? He says, I believe. And I say, you believe what exactly? I've shown you proof that LSSC lied to you about their US SEC registration, and 5 different regulatory bodies have warned against LSSC. Do you still trust LSSC? I believe this is a good platform because I have made money and it made me financially free. You never understand what it feels like. Again, I understand that there is poverty in the land, but I sympathize with some of these guys. But at the same time, listen, LSSC is nothing but a Ponzi scam. And I responded to, of course, I said, do you believe that LSSC might be a Ponzi scheme? And then he goes on to start sending me receipt of payments, telling me I am wrong, and sending me more proof, receipt of his payments. And I say, it's not about payment, bro. He says you are wrong. Am I wrong about the LSSC SEC registration? Am I wrong about that? There is proof. And am I wrong? I said, but you lied about the registration initially. And of course, I say wrong about the 5 regulatory bodies that issued warning against LSSC. Am I wrong about that? Now he sent this message. It has nothing to do with me. I misunderstood. If you don't invest, please don't have so many problems, okay? And blocked me. Boom. Then I tried to send this message. I couldn't. And then I discovered that the account has been deleted. So that is it. Now after this revelation, you watching the video, do you still think that LSSC is a legitimate business or a Ponzi scam? Drop your comments, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you for watching this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.